but they asked for an extension of another week. And we gave them that extension so that they can come back to this committee with an update on the implementation of the comprehensive sexuality education. Kung pwede na rin, isama na rin po yung basis nung bakit CSE yung pinapa-implement po nila. Kasi maliwanag naman po yung sinabi ninyo sa amin in the last committee meeting. Your basis was Section 14 of the RH Law of 2012, which has to do with reproductive health. Pero sa sarili nyo rin mga issuance, mukhang you're also, what do you call this, implementing CSE based on UNESCO or international agreements. And siguro, let me again make this clear. Ito naman, nanggaling naman sa website ng UNESCO, one of those, ibang definition talaga ng sex and sexuality. They define sexuality as the core dimension of being human, which includes the understanding of and relationship to the human body, emotional attachment and love, sex, gender identity, sexual orientation, sexual intimacy, pleasure, and reproduction. Since DepEd has decided on its own to implement CSE and not only reproductive health, we would also want to have an explanation on this matter. Yes, so who will be the who will speak on behalf of?
Your Honors, good morning. I can begin
yes.
the giving of the updates from the Department of Education.
Yusek Javier?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, yes, that's correct. The Executive Committee of the Department of Education, headed by our Secretary, Sani Angara, met urgently to discuss the matter. And we wish to update you, sir, that we already submitted all the documents that you required from us 3 days ago. Probably more than 3 days ago, Your Honors. And also, Your Honors, I'm sure you are asking whether there's a decision to suspend the Department Order number 31. As of the moment, Your Honors, there's no decision to suspend, but the directive from us is to thoroughly review Department Order 31, and not only that, not only the text, but also to ensure that its implementation is correct. Meaning our operation strand and our curriculum strand is currently working, Your Honors, to ensure that we are implementing what we should implement, and that is RH, Your Honors. We take the cue from the President. We admit that it should be sex education and not sexuality education, and that would be very first on our list, Your Honors, and that's the directive of the Chief Executive, Your Honors, and we will do so. I'll transfer to our operations and curriculum strands if there are any other more updates, Your Honors.
Any other update from any other? But of course, si Yusek Javier na yan, so I suppose
yes, sir.
We should not be able to.
Yep, okay,
and no one else from the Department of Education. From the members, is there any query or question? Honorable Castro?
Yes, Mr. Chair. I read yung policy guidelines on the implementation. So as you have mentioned on the law, on the RH bill, malinaw RH law, malinaw dito, Mr. Chair, yung papel ng DepEd. So ang tanong ko lang, dahil nabasa ko ito po. So in concrete, in the curriculum, paano ba dinidiscuss or paano ba ini-implement itong RH? So, very general po, Mr. Chair, yung nilagay nila sa presentation nila. So, alam ba, AP, ano ba yung nilagay nila dito? Science, discussion on puberty, reproductive health, etc., MAPE, ESP, and AP. So gusto nating malaman, Mr. Chair, paano yan nakalagay talaga doon sa curriculum? Kasi dapat age appropriate din. Anong grade yan? Dinidiscuss sa AP. Anong grade yan? Dinidiscuss sa ESP. Baka pwedeng i-present ng DepEd.
Who from DepEd will be speaking?
I can start, yes. Your Honors. Thank you, Your Honor Castro, Representative Castro. Your Honors, we actually prepared a matrix entitled Comprehensive Sexuality Education Program. It put in detail all the contents of the curriculum, depending on the level, Your Honors. Our ASEC from curriculum is currently prepared to discuss the same, Your Honors. But we will submit the document to the committee as soon as possible, Your Honor. In fact, we have a copy now, Your Honor. We can submit it.
Yes, could you submit before sino magsasalita?
Si Asik Janir po from
Actually, before you speak, could you please provide at least initially yung members na nandito so that they can also be able to follow what you're about to say. Can we have a 1-minute suspension?
Yes, sir.
1-minute suspension.
Okay. Ha? Oo, ito. Meron na. Hindi pa ito kompleto, Mr. Chair.
Okay, this committee meeting is now resumed. Please proceed po.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Hello. Good morning, Mr. Chair. So, as presented po earlier, the competencies are already in our curriculum. So we mapped it together with the comprehensive sexuality education. So makikita po natin yung alignment nilang dalawa. But there's no new competencies. There's no extra subject on CSE talaga. We're just mapping whatever is already in the curriculum to...
Meaning integrated or inintegrate ninyo or existing na siya even before the RH law or even before the CSE?
Existing na po siya, Mr. Chair.
Yes,
Nandun na
since
siya sa
when?
ating subjects. Since yung na-draft po yung K-12 curriculum, now we are updating it to the
Yes,
curriculum po.
nandun na siya. Pero may RH law na by the time, di ba? By the time that was drafted. So, inintegrate ninyo?
Yes, ina-align namin, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Anong difference ng integrate and align?
Ang integrate po parang ginagawa mo na talaga siya as part of that subject. Ang alignment is we're just mapping competencies kung saan siya nababagay
Okay,
po.
sige.
So in the document that we presented, there are certain areas where certain subjects within grade levels po ang nakamap yung learning competencies namin with the comprehensive sexuality education. For example po, if we look at grade 4, sa grade 4 po, meron mga competencies dun indirectly related to comprehensive
Why
sexuality.
did we not start? So, walang K to 3?
Meron po, pero foundational ang sa K-3.
Anong ibig sabihin ng foundational?
Foundational, we don't really talk about sexuality at that point. What we're doing is we're making them aware of certain things na kailangan nilang malaman.
Example po.
For example, in kindergarten, they identify the body parts, which is
Okay.
part of their lessons po.
And then, 1, 2, and 3?
For grade 1 naman po, sa Makabansa, nakalagay po dito yung, for example, in Makabansa grade 1, nailalarawan ng bawat tao may iba't ibang uri ng katangiang pisikal. So, minamap po namin siya. Talagang nasa curriculum na ito ng mga grade levels.
Okay. Then
And
grade
then we're
1,
saying,
2, 3.
for grade 2 po, for example, in GMRC, for example, naipapakita ang pagiging mapagpasensya sa pamamagitan ng paggamit ng mga magagalang at pananalita at wastong pagkilos.
Sige. Grade 3?
For grade 3 po, for example, in again science, describe the characteristics of living things. They grow, they respond, and they reproduce po. So those are already existing.
Ano, pakiulit po?
They grow, they respond, and they reproduce.
What does that mean? Paano tinuturo yun?
So living things po. Sa
Human
biology.
beings? Living
In
things?
general po.
Question, meron pa? Wala na.
Yun lang po sa
Gra-
grade 1 to
Pwede
3.
kong mapakita ito sa inyo? Galing ba sa inyo to? Pwede pakita, Comsec, kung officially galing sa DepEd to? Nasa ano nila na makikita na sa DepEd yan eh.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Chairman Bante.
ang tanong ko lang kailan sinimulang may implement to?
Yusek Javier, kailan inumpisahan ma-implement ito?
Your Honors, the Department Order number 31 was released or issued way before our time, 2018, Your Honors. 2018.
Chairman Bante, 2018.
So 2018 ninyo na-implement to.
Department Order
at-
31, yes, Your Honor.
And you're teaching it now to the kindergarten. Is that what you're saying?
No, Your Honors, the Department Order 31 is the comprehensive sexuality education proper, but for kindergarten, Your Honors, the identification of body parts already been taught a long time ago, Your Honors, even before 2018.
Even before
Yes, Your Honor.
2018,
Yes, Your
tinuturo na yung body parts.
Yes, Your Honors.
Now, I just would like to ask ASEC. ASEC, you made a statement. You made a statement a moment ago that you are teaching the sexual body parts among the kindergarten students.
Body parts lang po.
Body
po.
parts in general.
Yes po.
So what do you mean ng body parts in general?
The visible body parts po, yung mukha, katawan, pero nothing really particular po. Identification.
No. Let me be clear. No, you're teaching sex body parts. So I would like to find out, how do you teach that, Mr. Chair?
ASEC, could you be clearer on that matter?
Mr. Chair, it's just identification of general body parts, the ones that they see. So mata, mukha, pisngi, tenga, mga ganun po.
So not necessarily sexual body part.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And according to Mr. Chair, to Yusek Cabier, you have been teaching this long before the DepEd Order number 31.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Mr. Chair. Now, when you received that DepEd Order number 31, what are you teaching now?
The same din po. It's the same. Like we said, we're not changing anything in our curriculum. We're just mapping the competencies that we think that will help them understand comprehensive sexuality education in the long run. So these are foundational and fundamental knowledge po that they need to establish.
Well, Mr. Chair, as I understand comprehensive sexuality education, hindi kasama yung body parts ng eyes and ears dyan. Sexual yan.
Yeah.
Am I right?
We're talking about foundational po, Mr. Chair, kasi by grade 4, doon po nalalaman yung...
What are we doing here? We're trying to change terminologies here? What I'm saying is this. This is a comprehensive sexuality education. Di ba? So you're telling me now na tinuturo nyo yung mata, yung ilong, are those sexual body parts? They're not. Hello, Mr. Chair.
Javier,
I will answer.
Yes.
Yes, I agree with Representative Abante. Yes, Your Honors, that's correct. The body parts are not connected to sexuality education.
So what we are after here is you teaching sexuality education. That's what we are after here, Mr. Chair. Now, according to Comprehensive Sexuality Education K-12 Curriculum Guide, ibig sabihin, nagsisimula ng kindergarten yan, di ba? Oo. So, you integrated this, or sabi mo nga kanina, hindi integrated, kundi ano yun? Aligned. You align this to the science subjects, am I right?
Eventually, yes, Mr. Chair. Wala pong science sa kinder to grade 2.
Okay, now look ano yung core messages dito? The human body and development. In the human body and development, Mr. Chair, it says here, sexual and reproductive parts are vital parts of the body. Yan nakalagay sa core message ninyo. The body parts can be described using the different sense organs. Different people have different bodies and capacities, including of the sexual body parts. I'd like to find out, Mr. Chair, in what grade you are teaching this?
ASEC?
Mr. Chair, I don't remember putting that in our curriculum anywhere.
Well, it
Yung
says right here.
identifying the body parts using the senses, we don't have that in the curriculum.
Says right here, core messages.
Alam niyo ho, yun yung problema eh. Chair Abante, you still have the floor, Chair Abante, but let me just interject. That is the problem with what DepEd is doing. Ang pinapalabas ninyo sa media at sa mga gusto ninyong i-please na Department Order 31, walang napaka-innocent na walang ginagawa. But iba-iba rin po yung mga linalabas ninyo. Like this one. Don't tell me this is the first time you saw this. Sa website rin po ninyo nanggaling to eh. Hindi lang po, Chair Abante, hindi lang nila tinuturo ang body parts kasi meron ditong intimacy. Ito po clustering K to grade 3 core skills. Meron pang intimacy and reproduction. I mean, including sexual body. I mean, talaga ano po eh. Yan ang problema eh. Pag kaharap ninyo ang media o yung mga I guess those that you're trying to please, pinapalabas nyo, napaka-inosente nung ano nyo. But the word sexuality itself has such a big connotation and definition under UNESCO eh. And you keep on insisting on using that term. When all the, and your basis always sinasabi nyo sa amin is RH Law 2012, which is reproductive health, hindi sexuality. So it's really sex education. Pero again, I just want to point that out kasi iba rin yung binabasa ni Chair Abante. Nagaling rin raw sa inyo. Tapos meron kayong mga dinala dito na magsasabi mamaya na na-consult nyo sila. You will not fool us. Chairman Abante, you have the floor.
Yeah, for example, like Mr. Chair, content standards nakalagay dito. The learners demonstrate understanding of the parts and functions of the sense organs. I'd like to find out, what are those sense organs? You see, masyadong deceptive itong sinasabi nyo rito eh. This is deceptive. What are those sense organs? Performance standards. The learner should be able to practice healthful habits in taking care of the sense organs. What are the healthful habits in taking care of the sense organs? I'd like to understand that, Mr. Chair.
ASEC or USEC? Pakipaliwanag. Kasi nga ano eh, iba yung sinasabi ninyo, yung pinapalabas ninyong parang very innocent yung Department Order 31, pero ang dami kayong ibang issuances rin eh.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. And then you insist on still using sexuality, comprehensive sexuality education when sexual education lang ang RH law.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honors, for the sense organ is the 5 senses. So for the sight, it's eyes. For hearing, ears. For touch, it's the skin. And the others, Your Honors, it's not connected to sexuality, Your Honors.
Mr. Chair, I believe during your time, wala itong comprehensive education, di ba? When you were studying in elementary.
I can't remember. Wala pa po. Opo. Wala pa po.
No?
Wala po.
Wala
Opo.
pa. So, pero at that time, na wala pa itong comprehensive sexual education, you're not guilty of teenage pregnancy, are you?
Oh, no, Your
What
Honor.
I'm saying. What I'm saying. We did not have this during my time. But we were not guilty of any teenage pregnancy. Why now? Why do we have to follow the Western ideology? Why should we, Mr. Chair? And that is what I'm trying to say now. Look, in 2004, I fought the approval of the Reproductive Health Bill. Why? Do you know why? Because I know it will come to this. Mangyayari ito eh. And during my time, hindi na-approve ang Reproductive Health Bill. Hindi na-approve yan. Until such time na hindi na ako congressman, na-approve, naging batas yan. Alright? Now, bakit kinakailangan nating sundin ang Western ideology tungkol dito? Why are we not making important Filipino culture and Filipino tradition and our own religiosity? If you're going to study, Mr. Chair, yung mga members ng UNESCO, yung mga yan, most of them are actually atheists. They do not believe in God just like we do. Why do we have to follow Why do we have to follow Western ideology when it comes to this, Mr. Chair? I'd like to find out from you. I know that you're just doing your job. Di ba? You're just doing your job. But let me tell you this. You also have some moral values to follow, even if you try to do your job. And I would think that when you have those moral values, even employees of the Department of Education that are following this, Mr. Chair, should reject this when it comes to your moral values and cultural background.
Who will respond? And also, when you respond to the query of the Honorable Abante, pakidagdag na rin ng sagot. Since ang sinasabi nyo sa amin talaga nung huling committee meeting, reproductive health law, ang basis ninyo, who introduced the term CSE? Na wala pa namang, well, there is no CSE Act. There is no such thing. Sino sa DepEd ang nag-isip na introduce yung term na ito at ginawa pa ninyong basehan para amendahan yung curriculum po ninyo? Please respond, but include what I also added.
Your Honor, I'll answer your question, and I've asked the undersecretaries also. I'll be honest with you, Your Honor, I do not know who introduced the concept, the term comprehensive sexuality education in DepEd, Your Honors. But I'll quickly check, Your Honors, and I'll respond to your question, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Chair.
can I be recognized, Mr. Chair?
Let me first recognize, acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Plato, but the floor is still with Chairman Abante. After Chairman Abante, I will recognize the Honorable Plato. Chairman Abante,
you, Mr.
please
Chair.
wrap up so that we can also...
Okay. Mr. Chair, just like what Yusek Javier said, he did not actually know. All right? So therefore, this comprehensive sexuality education, which is actually in opposition of the reproductive health law, should not be taught among our K-12 students, Mr. Chair. Tingnan, nakalagay dito parts and functions. Nakalagay of the reproductive system. Why do we always have to focus on the reproductive system? Nakalagay dito, puberty is a time of physical and emotional change that happens as children grow and mature. Puberty occurs at different times for different people and has different effect on boys and girls' sexual and reproductive body and functions. Why do we always have to focus on sexual and reproductive functions among our children? Let me ask you a question. Without you being an employee, an official of the DepEd, Mr. Chair, would you teach this as a private person? Would you?
As a private person, no, Mr.
You
Chair.
will not.
Yes,
isn't it?
Sir. I need expertise to do so,
I'm saying.
Mr. Chair.
Chairman Abante, sa totoo, we will want to find out how the phrase, the term CSE was suddenly, who introduced it in DepEd. Kasi wala pang CSE Act. Hindi pa napapasa eh. In fact, that is subject pa to, I think, sa second reading pa lang sa Senate. So nagtataka ako kung bakit since 2018 ay meron ng CSE Act. Pero Chairman Abante, naiisip ko lang, bakit nila kung sino man ang nagpasok, alam niyo po bakit? Siguro to normalize the term eh. But again po, very dangerous po eh. That is why a bill was filed because the terms are very dangerous because pag inadopt natin lahat yan, Mr. Chair, yung mga bill na nabasa ko, meron silang tinatawag na evolving capacities of the child. Meaning, at a certain time, kahit minor ka, between ages of 15 to 18, you will no longer need parental consent. Meron pa silang term, yung mature minor doctrine, which again, under certain circumstances, kahit minor ka, hindi mo na kailangan. They are trying to normalize the use of these words. Ang masama po doon, hindi nyo man hinintay na Congress, both the House and the Senate, deliberated on the matter. Walang problema. And then inaangguluhan nyo pa about ang pinupush nyo lang is to prevent teenage pregnancies. We are all in that. And that is sex education, not sexuality. That's why nagtataka talaga ako. But again, we will ask that you also advise this committee when this term started, was being used in the Department of Education, who introduced this. And again, babalik po ako sa inyo nang galing to. So yung Department Order 31 na sinasabi niyong ito lang ang ginagawa, hindi po totoo yan. Because merong mga intimacy and reproduction clustering K to 3 core skills. So iba yung sinasabi po ninyo to media and to others na parang napaka-inosente pero meron kayong mga ibang issuances. So again, sana wag tayo ganito. Anyway, we want to help. We all want to resolve this issue that our learners will be given the chance talaga, full knowledge para yung mga unintended teenage pregnancies ay mabawasan. But it is not, you cannot achieve that, by not being transparent, especially to parents.
With the
Chair,
indulgence of Congressman Plato, I just would like to mention also, doon sa Section 14 ng Reproductive Health Law, nakalagay dito, the state shall provide age and development appropriate reproductive health education to adolescents. Wala nakalagay na sexuality or sex education. Now, even this law was questioned in the Supreme Court, di ba? I mean, ito bang guidelines ninyo, Order number 31, ito ba'y pinapatupad pa rin, Mr. Chair, hanggang ngayon?
Yes, Your Honors.
This is unconstitutional.
Your Honors, I read the case. It's the contents of Department Order 31 are not part of those declared in the invoked case as unconstitutional.
I'm not saying, Mr. Chair, that you're part of it. What I'm saying is that you are an official of the DepEd,
Yes,
and because of that, you know, hindi ba? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Why? Ba't to sinabing unconstitutional to? Sapagkat we uphold our Constitution, we promote morality, we preserve moral values, and we protect our youth. That is in the Constitution.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And Order number 31 is highly unconstitutional. Mr. Chair, I'd like to say here that we already wrote an opposition to this Adolescent Pregnancy Protection Act and Prevention of Adolescent Pregnancy Act of the Senate Bill number 1979. But also, we would like to say, we might question this in the Supreme Court. Why? Because this is highly unconstitutional. I do not know where the former secretary got these policy guidelines on the implementation of the comprehensive sexuality education. Do you know where she got this? This policy guideline?
Your Honors, I do not know also, but I undertake to discover and report to the committee as soon as possible, Your Honors.
Well, Mr. Chair, that is your duty.
Yes, Your Honors.
That's your duty. How many years are you now in DepEd?
3 months, Your Honor.
So Yusek Javier, you will, I guess within the week, you will be able to advise this committee how CSE, despite the fact that it is not yet a law, was that this term is now widely used because sabi nyo nga, ginagamit nyo na ngayon. And but you also undertook earlier that you will suspend the use of this phrase comprehensive sexuality education because there is no basis, except of course when you come to reproductive health. Pero yung sexuality as defined, in fact, parang walang basis eh. So
yes, Your Honor, I will personally raise to the Execom. Anyway, Your Honors, we take our cue from the President. It's the President himself that said that it should be sex education. Yes, Your Honor.
yes, and also if there were any international bodies that went to the Department of Education in order to introduce this term, we also want to know sino mga to para maimbita rin namin, maintindihan namin bakit nila pinipilit ito sa ating mga mag-aaral within the week.
Yes, Your Honors. I will do so, Your Honors. Your Honors, can I clarify one item, Your Honor, just for the record?
Yes.
The document with blue font, Your Honor, is not a document from the Department of Education. It's a document coming from one of the speakers in 2016. inlikhaan proposed minimum standard in CSE presented to DepEd during the time of Brother Armin Luistro, Your Honor. So that document is not actually from the DepEd, but it's
then
posted.
I
in-
will show you that it is posted in
Yes,
the
Your Honor.
department. Yun yung problema eh.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yusek Javier yan eh. Kasi DepEd wants to appear sa media na all that you are doing is kayo lang ang gumagawa para ma-avoid yung teenage pregnancies. Hindi totoo yun. Kami rin, gusto namin ma-avoid yan. Sa mga distrito po namin, talagang yan din po ang champion namin. Ang problema po, yung mga linalabas po ninyo, department orders o yung mga nasa website ninyo, including this, you first denied, sabi nga nyo, hindi kayong gumawa, pero nakapost sa inyo. And 2021 pa po nakapost to after the department order. So ibig sabihin, you are at the very least tacitly endorsing it. So yun eh, wag naman, again, let's help each other to combat teenage pregnancies. Pero wag naman, wag na singitan ng ibang mga issue because may mga issues that we don't want to take that away from the parental consent authorization of the parents. Kailangan kasama talaga. Yun yung, ganun tayo mga Pilipino. The Filipino family is the strongest unit. Hindi natin sila pwedeng hiwalay. But based on, in fact po, no, based even on the terms, hinihiwalay po ang magulang eh. Yun yung masama eh.